seated. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, ably represented by His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Architect Barnabas Balabantex. Her Excellency, Director, Sterling Bank, your one customer bank, Dr. Wale Okera, former President's Assistant, Association of Nigerian Authors, Honorable Inada Part Quarry Festival, a literary, cultural, and arts event meant to showcase and appreciate foremost authors. If you have your love and support, can we put hands together for ourselves, please? This event is powered and organized by Bookbirds Foundation. You will definitely agree with me that Bookbirds Foundation has deemed it fit to put this event together in order to show welcome to the podium a foremost author, a talented and extremely creative poet. She also doubles as the director of Book Foundation. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome at this time the director, Book Boss Foundation, Lola Shonain. Let's
Good morning, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Architect Barnabas Balabantex, Honorable Commissioners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are here again for the second edition of the Kaduna Book and Arts Festival. It's always a pleasure to come to Kaduna State. The people are warm and welcoming. We wish we could say the same about the weather at this time of the year, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that the sun will come out in full force when it sees the wonderful events that we have in store for you. And if the rains also decide to participate in the festival, then we will be ready with raincoats and umbrellas. Kaduna Book and Arts Festival is here to stay, and we will not be deterred. We are very excited to be here. I would like to congratulate the people of Kaduna State, and indeed Northern Nigeria, on hosting an event with so many accomplished writers and thinkers, so many talented and distinguished artists, poets, and filmmakers. This year, we have several small teams who have agreed to come and spend time with us. Specifically, I'm just going to wait for this to... Thank you. This year, we have several small teams who have agreed to come and spend time with us. Specifically, I'm referring to Zahida and Marcel, the Africa cult duo, who have joined us from the UK to run a writing workshop for young people in collaboration with YELF. Zara Nesbit Ahmed and Sarah Ozo Irabo of the Not Another Book podcast team are here sending dispatches from Kabafest to the rest of the world. With these sort of guests, I'm of the firm opinion that people from outside northern Nigeria and outside Nigeria will start seeing the North differently and appreciate that beyond people, even places have varied and a multiplicity of stories. Last year, which was very much our trial year, we had 4 international guests at Kabafest. At the end of the 2017 edition, however, the governor gave us a new brief. He was very clear that he wanted Kabafest to be bigger and that there should be many more international guests. As such, we have here with us 16 international guests from the UK, from the US, from Ghana, from Kenya, from South Africa, from Liberia. I have no doubt that these guests also will go back to their places of residence, singing the praises of the lovely people of Kaduna State. I also welcome our guests who have joined us from all over Nigeria. Each year, the goal is to cast our net wider until most of the talented individuals in Nigeria have attended Kabafest. It means so much to us that many of you have left your places of work and businesses to be with us, just to share some of your writing and your poems, but also to share your stories and your journeys. In particular, I would like to welcome Professor Zeynep Alkylene, who joins us from Kefi. She was with us last year as one of our guests, but if you look at the program for today, you'll see that she's here for an entirely different reason, a good reason, a worthy reason, a timely reason, an important reason, and a delightful reason. Looking at the Kabafest 18 program, I hope you're as excited as we are with the range of themes and topics that will be brought to you over the next 3 days. We have tried to bring together creative people with diverse ideas and viewpoints. As I mentioned last year, the power of cultural dialogue must never be underestimated. If you have heard people say that dialogue and a spirited exchange can break down barriers and build bridges, it is true. I have seen it happen. Everyone who knows me knows that I am a big advocate for tolerance. Book festivals are so important in states such as Kaduna, who are known for being cosmopolitan and all-embracing. A question we must continue to ask ourselves is, how did we get here? I'm not talking about the big existential question. I'm referring to the routes, the thorny paths, the highways that our leaders, followers, communities, states, and wider societies have taken. I'm talking about the places we know, many of which were once commercial hubs, intellectual capitals, and peaceful, restful regions. Many of such places are unrecognizable today. How did we get here? I don't mean to oversimplify the issues, but I make bold to say that the sense of community breaks down when we reject constructive dialogue. It renders us all powerless. So we must continue to ask, how did we get here? With the hope of learning from our missteps to make the many roads and journeys ahead smoother, clearer, and more prosperous. If there's one thing you can count on, that creatives continue to do, it is to interrogate their societies through their stories and through their craft. Whether they are from the south, north, east, or west of a country or a continent is immaterial. Creatives simply give in to the impulse to articulate the complexity of the choices that people make. They have a need to constantly find answers. Their music, their films move us and captivate us. We come face to face with our vulnerability, with our pain, with our hunger, with our fears, with our strengths, and with our triumphs. We are forced to confront them head on. And when the emotions that these works of art induce settle, we are better equipped to survey our footsteps. In pulling together this program for Kabafest, we worked very hard to create a space for discussions that are pertinent in addressing both the big and the small issues in this region of Nigeria, in Nigeria as a whole, and in the rest of Africa, while recognizing that these issues, no matter how obscure they may seem, ultimately affect and touch us all. We cannot create the continent that we tell ourselves we deserve if we do not start talking extensively about literature, about religion, about tolerance, about womanhood, about manhood, about diversity, and so much more. We must do all we can to raise the level of discourse. That Kabafest can contribute to better understanding through dialogue is not an abstract notion. If indeed our aim is to foster tolerance of diverse opinions, then we have to start by agreeing that Kabafest is a safe space where we can listen and be heard, where we can be frank and uninhibited in the manner in which we tell our truths. And if speakers and listeners can agree to this, we will all come away better educated, entertained, and enriched. I must thank the members of staff of the Book Buzz Foundation, Afolabi Okwe, Chiebuka, Soji, Ademola, Alexandra, Grace, Eniola, and Nansing, who have all contributed in no small measure to the success of this event. I would also like to say a huge thank you to the 16 volunteers, 2 of them from Delta State, but largely from the rest of them from Kaduna, who have all just volunteered their time to come and support us in making this event a success. We can achieve nothing without our wonderful sponsors. On behalf of Kaduna State, in particular, I would like to thank Sterling Bank, who have come on board this year. Not only have they awarded 50 Kaduna State undergraduates with book grants worth 20,000 naira each, they are also here in full force to commence account activation, after which everybody who becomes a new customer will get a package of 3 incredible books. We also want to thank Marine Platforms for digging deep and supporting this program with some of the food tasting events. Peugeot, we thank for making shots from the United States of America. And when you look at your festival packs, you'll find some tea. The tea hasn't arrived, it's coming, and you will get it. But that has been very generously donated by Unilever. Finally, I want to thank the Governor, Nasser El-Rufai, and the Deputy Governor also for believing in this initiative and supporting it so fervently. I would like to thank Ms. U, and a great believer and supporter of the arts. I want to thank her for her encouragement and her intervention at those critical times. We see you and we appreciate you. I wish you all an enjoyable few days of cultural enrichment, and I look forward to interacting with as many of you, as many as possible.
Just a humongous round of applause. Definitely, she had sleepless nights to ensure that this event is made a reality. Now let's relax our nerves and listen to another young Nigerian who is rich upstairs. He is right here in our midst. He's also a thoroughbred author and a poet. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome right on stage, Efe Paul Azino. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you.
Hello, yeah. It's to stand on all existing protocols. We come from dust and fire, a civilization dancing on water and washing its hands to the skies, heaven blessing our offerings in 1,000 tongues. We are a nation conceived in promise, a dazzling rainbow carried by the currents of the Niger, the stories of poets and the trumpets of rebels. Our greatness has never been in doubt, and we still know how to call wetness from the drought. Travel the length and breadth of the country and you'll see us. Our mothers staring down terrorists in the northeast, and our fathers rebuilding dreams from the mortars of hope. You will find us in Benue planting for the future. Our songs have traveled from the lips of Jos to the hips of the world, and our women reversing single stories are writing us back into history. It would be a mistake to ignore us. The ideas of our young people taking flight in Lagos on the wings of technology, connecting the false hopes of yes in the world from tales by moonlight. Imagine what we have done. The lifeboats of survival we have spawned from our threadbare existence. Creative hubs in Yaba, made in Nigeria, ambitions in Aba. Imagine what we do. We who create new walls in Europe and spread knowledge from America to Canada, doctors and engineers, athletes and artists conquering the world in every sphere. Imagine what we can do here with a leadership determined to call forth the magic of our dreams to life. Inventors on the streets of Kaduna. Imagine how many more Nobel Prize winners we still have in the belly of our struggles. So tell them when they come that our ideas have no tribe. Our visions are agnostic and our women carry more than babies on their backs. Fumilayo and some Kuti-type warriors, they nurse empires at their breasts. Tell them when they ask that long after the oil wells run dry, we'll still be here, resilient with hope, lungs filled with possibilities, waiting to breathe a new nation into being. Watch us build a country made of stardust and gold. We are stardust and gold, and we come from every tribe, daring you to believe in the audacity of our dreams. Thank you.
Please support him with another gigantic round of applause again. Thank you. I want to believe that anytime soon, Ife Paul Azino is going to do something very special for Kaduna State. Yes, indeed. We thank you very much for that very fantastic piece. Your Excellencies, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time for us to relax our nerves and feel the impact of entertainment to the max. As I welcome on stage, Ogaba Ochai, please put your hands together for him as he comes forward. Thank you very much. It's going to be thrilling you for a couple of minutes, and thereafter, we shall go into the Goodwill message. Thank you. Your Excellencies, please, ladies and gentlemen, do not be afraid. Do not be frightened, because this is part of the whole thing. Thank you. We won't stop.
Peered into Esther's. Hers were red.
You dey walk, oh.
Stage any moment from now to Jeremiah Gyang.
So, what is
Please put your hands together for Jeremiah
Gyang.
Gyang.
Standpoint, which will deep dive.
He's going to be performing a special song titled Tambaya, and is actually in accordance with this particular book, Abundance of Scorpion.
There are some key
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's now move over to the Goodwill messages.
Collaboration.
As we have
collaboration tools. Next,
Zara
is the
Ahmed
Learning and Training Stream, which
Nesbit
provides
and
access
Sarah
to
Ozo
collaboration tools
Irabo.
and self-learning materials to
But before
ensure
then,
that
let's
all
have Jeremiah Gang. Please put your hands together for him.
offer. Then there is the mobility stream,
Okay,
which standardizes
Jeremiah Gang is here,
high-quality,
finally.
reliable smart devices.
And
finally, there is digital security.
He
which
is
ensures that
definitely
employees
going to be doing
collaborate
what he
with
knows how to
people
do best.
within
So
our
let's listen
organization,
attentively.
as
Thank
well
you.
as outside of it in a highly protected way. So, as you can see, smart working is not just a good strategy, it's an essential, dynamic, and effective new way to collaborate and produce great results. Hello, I'd like to talk to you about a way of working aimed at making our life and our professional communications a lot easier through smart working. So, what is smart working? From a technology standpoint, deep dive into today.
morning, Your
Smart
Excellency.
working
Good
is
morning,
a workplace
everyone.
of digitally interconnected
such an honor
tools
to be,
that are created specifically
given the book to read and hear it and come up with a song. The book was so moving.
Collaboration.
You know,
creates
occasionally
awareness
we
of
cried,
collaboration
you know, in the
tools.
studio when we were
Next is
actually
the
making
learning
this
and
song.
training
So thank you
stream,
once
which
more for this
provides
wonderful
access
book.
to collaboration
So the
tools
name
and
of this song is
self-learning
actually
materials
Tambaya.
to ensure that we are all prepared and trained for the solutions we offer. Then there is the mobility stream, which standardizes high-quality, reliable smart devices. And finally, there is digital security,
often
which ensures
crying.
that employees can collaborate
I'm in a
within
day
our organization as well as outside of it.
contemplating how a
So,
perfect
as
life
you
went
can
wrong.
see, smart working is not
But
just
I
a
was
strategy.
good.
It's an essential,
Yes, I
dynamic,
was
and effective new way to
kind.
collaborate.
Now I'm stranded in an island filled with evil.
Oh yeah,
I'm exhausted from all these tears, feeling stuck in the winter as the year goes by.
into our
Oh my
lifeline
friends,
from
oh my strength, keep it about. Now Nardakin sugar, oh Tambaya, Pantanda Hankalinki, Naraki Jito, Wala Takare.
behind us. Nothing to stop us now as we cross over to your promise. Hey, who I was before
Dear brother,
so much more. There is so
I'm
much
afflicted,
waiting for the Father.
remembering the words you used to say.
I'm moving forward.
Oh my friend, oh my heart, is there any little thing left undone in my reverie? Oh my prince, come and speak to me and say it will be fine. Oh, Tambaya, shout it how I keep inside. Darkin sugar, oh Tambaya, the Hankaliki, everybody say, Domini Sandare, Dole Negari Awaye, Guche.
It's time to cross over. Out of the
Help me sing this part. Everybody say, Komeni Sandare, Dole Negari Awaye, Gaskia.
there are no shame on the other side. We're crossing
Oh, Komeni Sandare, Dole Negari Awaye. Darkin sugar, oh, shawty, how I ain't keep coming back. If you get it out, oh, Tambaya,
Sanda kalinki gadaki jitala. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'd like to say here at this time that filmmakers are supposed to take advantage of making a film from this particular book. Yes, it will further put some icing on the cake. Please put your hands together for Jeremiah again once again. Thank you. Permit me to read that are supposed to take some of our Goodwill messages. Actually missed the 7 o'clock train to Kaduna State. But by the special grace of the Almighty, before the end of this particular event, they'll be here to deliver their Goodwill messages. At this time, Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Yemi Odubi as he comes on stage for his Goodwill message. When you see a banker, you know him. When you see bankers, you know them.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to crave your indulgence to stand on existing protocol. I recognize that I was thinking to myself that Kabafest is an audience here today and seeing the quality of presentations we've had so far. I'm personally very excited, and I want to commit on behalf of Sterling Bank that we will be annual partners to this festival for the foreseeable future. Beyond our commitment to this, somebody asked me that why exactly are we supporting this event? And my answer to that is that, look, leadership is about learning. So there's this expression about readers being leaders. And if you do not read, you do not learn. Now, in the world that we live in, of the Twitter generation, as they're increasingly called, of 140 words, people do not take time to read, and we think that events like this that promote a reading culture. I need not tell all of us here that increasingly our own history, our culture is under pressure. We are faced daily with all sorts of things propagated by the Western media. If you were to media, you will think the country is at war. So writing our own stories, telling our own stories is essential, and we believe that it is events like this that help in propagating that. So on behalf of Sterling Bank, I want to congratulate the Kaduna State Government and all the other people who are here for being a part. Like I said, Sterling Bank will continue.
I will be very brief. So I started blogging in 2011, and earlier this year I started a podcast called Not Another Book Podcast with two other African women, Books and Rhymes, who's also Nigerian, and Post-Colonial Child, who is from Guinea-Bissau. And we essentially focus on literature, the book industry, publishing, and everything in between. And the whole point is to focus on underrepresented and marginalized writing in the West. The large part of our writing or our content of the podcast focusing, and in the case, literature.
Thank you very much. It wouldn't be fair enough if we don't put another round of applause for her. Mara Menzies. Please put your hands together for Mara. Thank you. Mara is going to be telling us a fantastic story. Please support her with a round of applause until she comes here. Thank you.
People. And Kenya has not as many as Nigeria, 43 different ethnic groups. And the Kikuyu are the largest of our ethnic group. And of course, everybody comes with their own languages, their own cultures, their own traditions. And all of these things add to the richness of any society. And this is a story about a woman. And her always the first to volunteer. Washu loved to sing and dance. She was the life and soul of the party. And everybody loved Washu. And Washu was married to a man whose name was Kamau. What was his name? Kamau. Sorry, what was that? Kamau. And Kamau was one of the elders in the community. He was a very wealthy man with herds and herds of... And because of his position and because of his wealth, Kamau had several wives and many children. But Kamau was a good man, a fair man, and he made sure that his entire family were very well taken care of. But there was a particular tradition in this community, and this was something that the women were not allowed to do. If the woman was caught doing this one thing, she would be punished, and her husband would be punished too. And what was this terrible, awful crime? The women. Now, of course, the women had many jobs. They had to look after the children. They had to pass their lips. But this tradition had existed for such a long time that nobody thought about it. Nobody questioned it. The women and chattering to each other, like this. Somebody said something shocking and they all went. But for some reason, all the women had something else to do, and Washu, she found herself alone. And you know, when you're on your own, your mind, it begins to wander, does it not? We begin to think of things that we should not be thinking of. Yeah, you're nodding, huh? Yes. And suddenly, Washu began to wonder what that meat tasted like. At first, she was shocked. How dare she even think such a thing? But once a seed is planted, it has to grow. And her curiosity grew and grew. Finally, she could not resist anymore. She looked around. Nobody was watching. She took her knife. She cut off a tiny piece of meat. It was so good, so rich, so juicy. Oh, it was wonderful. And she thought, why are the women not allowed to eat this? But what would happen if she was called on? The feast was prepared. Washu found herself very much alone, so she took a nice, big, chunky piece. I'm going to enjoy this one, That his wife was eating meat, and he was outraged. How could you do such a thing, huh? And Washu, she tried to ask, please come out, please husband, tell me why. Why can the women not eat meat? But Kamau was so angry that his wife had dared to do such a thing. He had no time for her. And so Washu thought, I do respect my family. I respect my husband. The weeks and the months went by, and soon she had almost forgotten what the meat tasted like. Until, yes, there was a wedding in the village. And as the women were busy preparing the meat, without even thinking about it, that delicious aroma, oh, it entered her nostrils. She didn't, come, Washu. Yes, Washu. Oh, Washu, you stand here, in front of the elders. Confess your sins. Why are you eating meat, huh? Look, this troublemaker, You see the wickedness in this woman's eyes, Oh, now where is... what is going on? Why are you allowing your wife to eat meat? Did you know she was doing this? So she is deceitful too, Oh, come out. I pity you, my husband. My friends, I pity you, my brother. This woman is a troublemaker. But come out. Look at those eyes. She's trying it. I've seen that look before. Come out. You cannot allow her to get away with this. Kamau, I want you to promise the elders. Say, I promise. I promise. Keep your wife under control. Take that woman home. Was trouble that night. Washu went on, but please, husband, tell me why. But Kamau, he had been humiliated in front of his friends, in front of his peers. And this was unforgivable. He didn't want to speak to his wife. He didn't even want to look at her. And Washu thought, this is getting serious. Maybe I shouldn't be eating the meat. So she decided that she would simply stop cooking. Easy. If she stopped cooking, like Kamal said, keep her out of the kitchen. If she's out of the kitchen, she cannot be tempted. And so, whenever there was a celebration, Washu would go and wash the clothes. She would go and dig in the fields. She would go and do something else. But she did not enter the kitchen until 1 year later, the chief of the village announced that his beautiful daughter was going to marry the son of the chief from the next village. This was hugely important because the villages would be united. They would be stronger. They would be more prosperous. They would bring peace to the area. A huge feast was prepared. The goats were brought in, the cows were brought in, they were slaughtered, and everybody's help was needed, including Washu. No, I beg you, please don't make me, please. But Washu was pushed into the cooking area with the women, and there she was. Oh, the smell. You know the smell, huh? Oh, that smell. Oh, do you think she could resist? No, of course not. She was there looking at the meat and she thought, why? Why can the women not eat the meat? Why can the women not eat meat? Why can the women not eat meat? I'm going to eat meat. She took the piece and her knife. She cut up. Again, Washu had been seen, and once again she was dragged by the elders who Oh, come, Lola. Oh, come, Washu, up. You just go and break course. It's not what you want. Hey, there are reasons that these laws were made, but I'm afraid we have to follow tradition. Washu, you're lucky that troublesome wife of yours is gone. Be pleased. Be very, very pleased. Well, Kamau, he went out, he found the big he slaughtered that cow, and his wives came and they were the meat, cutting it into, they were roasting it, wrapping it, putting it to one side. Roasting it, wrapping it, putting it to one side. And as they were busy enjoying it, the men, they were excited. Can you just rub your hands like a hungry man? Can you laugh like a hungry man? Oh, they were so happy. When suddenly, out of nowhere, an eagle came flying from out of the skies. It swooped down and picked the biggest piece of meat, and it flew away, and the men were outraged. That was the best piece of meat. Get that eagle, chase that meat, they cried. What did they say? What did they say? And they started to run. And they ran as fast as they could, but the eagle was getting further, faster, higher. They ran until their lungs were almost dead. When suddenly, the eagle dropped the meat. This was serious. There are lions, hyenas, wild dogs, vultures, all after that best of me. And as if to answer her prayers, the heavens opened and something fell, wrapped in a banana leaf. She opened it and it was her knife, and oh, how she enjoyed. Can I sound some nice tasty meat? Oh. And when the men saw this, they thought, hey, that must be a sign from God. And from that moment on, all the Kikuyu women to eat meat.
Such a very indeed. Please put your hands together for her once again. These invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, some cultures and traditions have never been fair to women. But there are better days for women. In fact, better days are here for you. If you're a proud woman, please put your hands together for yourself. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now let's proceed to Goodwill message number 3. And at this time, I'd like to invite to this particular stage, Counselor for Public Affairs, American Embassy, Mr. Aruna. Please put your hands together for him, please.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a pleasure to be here this morning. Very proud to be one of the supporters of this year's Kaduna Book and Arts Festival. I would especially wish to congratulate Shushayan and her amazing team for bringing together such a distinct group of writers, academics, and thinkers for this weekend. I had the pleasure of attending last year's Kabafest. The U.S. Embassy has been involved with a number of literary events in Nigeria the past couple of years. We were able to support the Ake Festival last year. We brought about 5 American writers for that event, and we hope to do so again in Lagos Literary and Arts in July. I believe that Kabafest plays a really important role in bringing together promising talents to sustain Nigeria's place in the literary world. I'm sure I don't know, Nigerians are some of the most talented in the world. Nobel Prize for Literature in 90s. Our support dates back to 1971. We have sent a total of 30 Nigerian writers to the program, including Brian Quincy, Ola Rotimi, Flora Nwapa, Helen Habila, Gimba Kakanda, and of course, herself. So, our education and cultural programs to serve as a vehicle for promoting mutual collaborations in the arts. As I said at the beginning, I think Nigeria's greatest resource is its talented and creative citizenry. I really wish to applaud once again Lola and the rest of her team for organizing this festival. I'm really excited about the lineup of activities and speakers, and I think we're really in for a treat. So thank you again.
It deserves a round of applause. Earlier on, we listened to one of Nigeria's artists, Jeremiah Gang. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about Zeynep Alkali. I think she deserves a round of applause, please. You probably have seen her on the television or heard her voice on the radio, or most likely read her biography on the internet, or most likely you've been able to get some of her novels. But today you have the opportunity to meet the, I would like to stage Wale Okediran at their mother.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is perhaps, as a literary school, by proxy, from 1984 through Stillborn, whom I cherish, admire, and love to the extent that my academic career spanned my master's and my PhD degrees were exclusively written on her alone. Perhaps that was commitment to make me to stand shoulder to shoulder with an honorable. This is the only prize that I can start to be a literary person for. So please, I always make this mistake. I see what is written, but when I look at her, born into the family of Borno and Adamawa State in 1950. A determined young, she followed Zeynep Ali's books have been translated in languages such as German, French, Arabic, and Spanish. To date, Zeynep Ali has won over professional. Zeynep took up an appointment at the university, which 2 years before joining the civil service, deputy director, National Primary Healthcare Development Association in the year 2000. 4 years later, she moved on to the University Kefi as a full professor of English, with the title of Icon of Hope in the year 2000 by President Obasanjo's government. I'll hand you over to my older brother.
Presented by President Goodluck Jonathan, the Adamawa State Governor, Murtala Nyako, bestowed on her the Woman of Merit Award. A proud fellow of both the British Council UK and Stiftung Germany, one of Zeynep Akali's moments was conferred with the chieftain title Magiran Kakida, meaning the Queen, by our community. Ali serves as the board chairman of Zyber Educational Resources Development, and ever the educator, Zeynep is the proprietor of Zyber Model Nursery and Primary School, Kefi, which is in Nasarawa State. On the family front, Zeynep Akali has 7 grandchildren from her children. We have to clear up for that. Torian, Abiba, a civil servant and author of Phantom. Amina No Alkali, a lawyer who co-authored the book Secret of Silence, and Amir Alkali, a civil engineer whose first work, Contentment, is about to go to press. Their father, Professor Zeynep Akali, is a shining example of what can be achieved with dedication and hard work. She has not only honed her talent, she continues to give the world excellent works complexities of human beings. Zeynep Alkylie's most recent Invisible Borders, Sia and Sam, who are united after several years apart. Narrated by Fia's thoughts, this novel explores the themes of death, discovery, and destiny. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you, a woman of substance, a woman of intellect, and one of the shining examples of Nigeria's literary circles, Professor Zeynep Alkylie.
At this point in time, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if I have Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, ably represented by the Deputy of Kaduna State, His Excellency, Architect Barnabas Balabantex, to be presenting a lifetime achievement to Zeynep Focused. Please put your hands together for the recipient of the award. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, you may return. Thank you very much. The Queen would have to come to the podium to deliver her speech. Let's support the Queen with a round of applause once again. Thank you.
Mr. Nasir El-Rufai, the Executive of Kaduna State, represented by his Deputy, His Excellency, Architect Barnabas Balabantex, Kaduna State, distinguished guests from the bank and from the embassy and commissioners, you are welcome. The organizers of Kabafest, headed by the director, Lola Shoeni, distinguished members of my literary family, that means almost everyone here today, including my two daughters, son-in-law, and grandson. I'm highly honored, grateful, and deeply humbled for this award of achievement. This indeed is the moment in my life when I can say, thank you, God, for making possible a number of important things. Writer is not alone. He is a member of a larger family, contributing to a cause larger than self, that is to enhance the nobility of the soul by encouraging integrity of character and condemning corruption. A writer is expected to create works which depict social harm, a sense of direction. A writer is expected to go in action and abandon of being custodian of the people. Our voices are often muffled, depending on what is in place. When raised, they carry no corrective missiles. In all fairness to the writers, sometimes the writer is a victim by the Kaduna State Government, for which we are very grateful. A word like this says volumes. It says, as writers, we must never give up, never be afraid of just only a conduit, or at best, a messenger. On a personal note, writing is my source of strength in times of trials and tribulations. Writing is an outlet to my expressions of love and pain, a preoccupation that kept me on the sidewalk of sanity in a world that is becoming increasingly difficult to understand. I am assured that whatever sacrifices I have made along the way as a writer, no matter how great, to touch others of like minds, and they in turn have reached out to me. That, I assure you, is enough reward. I no longer have an apology for letting the world share in my as to where I believe my place in life should be. Thank you.
Excellencies invited get writing is in there by the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, His Excellency, Architect Barnabas Balabantex, to please come over for his remark.
Your Excellency, the wife of our Governor, Malan Narso El-Rufai, Hajia Hadiza El-Rufai, Lola, Director whose foundation, Mr. Director, national writers, academics, thinkers, stories, as carried His Excellency's brief. Let me start acknowledging that all those who be invited to this stage, starting from the poets, the dancers, who were told not to consider voodoo, the storyteller from Kenya, who kept everyone amused, everyone incredible. And on behalf of His Excellency and the entire people of Kaduna State, very proud of the award recipient, Professor Zeynep Alkylene, great inspiration to writers in northern Nigeria, where we don't only have a dearth of male writers. For her, as a human rights, in now and in the future, I want to thank you, Prophet. It is unavoidably, I was watching out. I had hoped walking from far with sciences, he was going to come in, looking at that he will come. But I want to assure you that his goodwill felicitate to all that are here. Is a very brief remark. It is with great delight that I welcome you all to this second edition of the Kaduna Book and Arts Festival, Kabafest 2018. To this opportunity to congratulate organizers of this event for successfully holding the event in Kaduna on consecutive as a state. Environment we are will continue to provide for this kind of event to take place. I want to thank Lola for putting this great arts and the literature. The maiden edition was a huge success. It reignited a passion for arts and culture in the state, and to also create spaces where and literary enthusiasm can to dialogue, books, culture, and ideas. Kabafest event that requires all the necessary encouragement by all stakeholders, society, especially our children. According to UNESCO, is a driver for sustainable development. It is that we should all develop a habit of reading for fun, thereby instigating and stimulating our reading culture. Art, on the other hand, inspires the world with strong emotions that could shape our thoughts on different issues as they relate to kind. Art is a powerful influence that can inspire us to produce a work of art, art as a therapy in other parts of the North. We as a government will always be here on behalf of the government and the Kaduna State. I hereby declare Kabafest 2018 open. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. The Executive Governor of Kaduna State, represented by Nabagarika Marcel.
I am 50% of Africult, the literary organizer. Throughout the festival, we're going to be doing 2 of our workshops. The first one is going to be creative writing, so the writing a story, and the second one to be about radical women's writing. Really excited to be working with the participants, and really excited just to see stories we can get out, but also get to know the people who have signed up. So this is a performance, but thank you very much.
Really short and snappy. Well deserved. Let me remind us very quickly that Koleka is forthcoming. So all things being equal, we shall be having Koleka right on stage as soon as he is here. She is here. Well, thank you for that. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's about time for the official opening. So I'll crave to your feet or kindly be on the doorpost where excellencies are.
On behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir, I wish to, for the noblest of ideals.
Thank you very much, sir. So we're going to let you just, we want to, I know you have another.
Yes, exactly.
So that's why we planned it this way.
Kindly. We may all be. Please, it seems to settle down. Thank you. Taking selfies. Thank you so much. We have more selfies to take subsequently. Please, let's settle down. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Young, one of Nigeria's most wanted. Let me invite on stage for a vote of them, a very brief one, before we groove to get rhythm. As I invite Dr. Clement J. Let's put our hands together for him, please. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Around here, great literary minds. put up an occasion like this have taken quite a lot. On behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of the State, Madam Nasir El-Rufai, I want to especially thank everybody who has the promise that we've gotten from you today, that you will give us your support in subsequent. We are truly very, very happy and delighted. And I want to wish everybody seated here, a couple of days you're going to be in Kaduna.
To Dr. for that very vote of thanks. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in Kaduna, the city, that's what we call it. If you're here for the very first time, this is a legend. It has a whole lot of things, a whole lot of crowd, and of course, get ready to song. Thank you.
Say good time. Say good time. Say good time. La 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 la. Hey, ha Luciana. Hey, la wakana. Say good time. Back up, man. Hey, la Luciana. Harmana, oh la 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 la, hey hey hey, oh la 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 la. La 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 la. Now ayyona ni dan sarki ya haya ai shi babana ne ayyona gane wai ni dan gasa ne sarki je London suka hana ni visa wai ubana ba shi da naira talauci sisi kai amita babana. Hey, Baba na gidan ba, langu ba ne gori sai ya gida mai nisa. Kuma idar da aiki na kan gida akwai dadi gidan baba na gidan ba, har salam salama gidan baba na gidan ba. Gidan baba akwai haske gidan baba na akwai hutu gidan okay ba wani ga mu anan. Before I had mail I had to go through what they call raba daidai kai Christmas wandon masa ta yaɗi kai suka kira ni banza dare da rana gwaza. But now we're going into started from the bottom, now we're headed to the top. Now the colors are great as yes, that's what I mean. Yanzu ne yan gata arziki fiye da dan tata kawo molo da Ranga da kama mamman ya gane, wai ni dan gata ne, sarki ya haya. Mutafa yan wana, yan wana, sai mutafa yan wana, sai mutafa yan wana, sai mutafa yan wana, sai mutafa wana, sai mutafa wana, sai mutafa wana. Thank you very much. Kara ne kawo mu je mu zauna ne. Aka dango ta wurin that I things you do. Oh, heavy makes me wanna rise and never fall again. You mad as I is the reason why I stayed this low. 364 days to show. She wanna say how mine. She gotta do it now. It's fine. Make it. Doesn't matter. You take me. I sing this song. Is the reason why I stayed this long. The reason why I sing this song. Mine is long. You will be the she, I will be. We will be the one to wipe our tears. What's going on here? I be the shoulder when you're weak. I wanna be the strength when you need. You take the reason why I sing this song. My heart. The reason why I stay this. You take me. Yeah, the reason why I is the reason why I love you. Take wanna start a family with you. You're the reason why I believe in love. I must say, every single thing you do, make it like and do it. Every single angel praise up to God. You know that I love you. Catch it, cut in a case, so catch it. Tip ta, la la la, tip ta, na 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 na. Reason why I want back home, girl, I wanna start a family with you. Because of you, I know that this is right. It's because of you, I know that I will rise. Baby, hold my hand. Let me take you far from me. Take you my, as I say, angel sings a praise song. And when you smile, every single angel sings a praise song to you. My love, catch it, so catch it, cut in the kiss. Much.
That artist, they'll bring a beginning, it must surely come to an end. And this is where we come to the end. And a very outstanding speaker. Well, Lord, to the stage once again, please. Put your hands together. She has a very message. Thank you.
You have a proper concert, so make sure you tell your friends. Doing story is also on the program. That's doing a full bloken about the panel discussions and the book chats and all those other incredible events that we have lined up for you. A little bit of housekeeping, and this is sponsors. We do have lunch for you. It's on it. If you look at the big white tent just beside this building, it's the general public, and the is food sold there. Very cool. We've brought who we tasted the food to make sure the at the lowest price, and we've brought them to cater for it. It's not waste to move around during the festival before your favorite writer has already finished the event. So next is the green room, which is exclusive for and our sponsors and invited. So lunch will be there, brought you all the way from and your countries, and we plan on looking after you properly. For your this evening, audition, which is where this event and tomorrow's event will take. So don't see anyone in blue, the volunteers, just ask them where you're supposed to be. We're also starting the validation of this
very much. And Kaduna Book and Arts Festival.